Because we at this age thought that it is very difficult to learn any language, we keep saying, oh, मैं ये कैसे सीखूंगी, मैं कैसे हो सकता है? Because we keep saying this thing, so we are
transferring the energy.
Yes, discouraging that and making his mind in that particular way that he always started thinking in the same manner. Yes, this particular thing is difficult. You saw that the typical, if the parents have some fear or phobia about any particular thing, the children mostly have the same thing. So same thing carries whatever the way the directress is doing, performing the activity or whatever emotion the directress. Sometimes we do have, if we have personal liking for mathematics exercises, we just express it, and you can easily, by going to any particular pure Montessori environment, and you work with the children, and you can easily, by working with the children without even looking at the teacher, you can easily say okay, the teacher might not like those particular language exercise or those particular cultural exercise, because it is just the children reflects those liking and disliking which the teacher has. It is so obvious within the children, right? Okay, let's talk about more into if you we go inside it. If we compare the typical system we have and the Montessori system while giving the lesson. For example, if you want to give the lesson in an ordinary system for colors red and blue, how do an ordinary teacher do it?
This is red, this is blue. Red.
Mostly, if she really wants to be nice, good teacher, so she might shows a red ball, a real object, or mostly the picture. Okay, this is a red ball. Okay, and then bring something else red and showing. Okay, this is also red. And look there, in my dress there is also red. And look, she is also wearing red. Look at the carpet. Is there any shade of red? So throwing and bombarding so many information that rather than helping the child gets confused. Okay, what about blue? Have you seen the color of the water? And have you seen the sky? You notice what's the color? Okay, this is also blue. I had this thing in the, isn't it same? Look like water or the sky color? I mean, the child, it is not the age to relate. You are not trying to develop his cognitive skills at this particular time.
Only 50.
50. Whatever the number is depends on if you are running the actual pure Montessori system. It is the mixed age group. The children are there from 2.5 till 6, right? And the another thing is that all the material should be there in the classroom. While placing those material, it takes that much space. You got it?
That's also
because you cannot put them in higher shelves. You have to keep it in low shelves. So you have to keep so many shelves there. Yeah, sure.
Actually, when we are talking about, we are saying the children are in their motor sensory age. ठीक है, घूमना फिरना उनको चाहिए होता है, तो क्लास इतनी होनी चाहिए कि बच्चे जो है आराम से मूव अबाउट कर सके, मटीरियल खुला है, और फिर आपके अपने कंस्ट्रेंट्स भी होते हैं. अगर आपके पास ज्यादा नहीं है कमरा, तो आप फिर उसमें नंबर ऑफ
बिठा करके रखिए.
वो अभी आपने देखा था ना, सारे बच्चे काम कर रहे थे, मटीरियल बहुत डिसिप्लिन था.
और उसको ABCD कराया जा रहा है.
नहीं, जिसके बारे में फिर काफी तफसील से बात करेंगे कि चेंजेस कैसे ला सकते हैं.
आपकी ट्रेनिंग टीचर्स ट्रेन होंगी तो ऑटोमेटिकली एनवायरमेंट चेंज होगा. सबको मटीरियल और बनाना पड़ेगा.
Running into the same series, the last 3 lectures. The last one is by Ma'am Nadia Salahuddin, and the topic is visual and auditory sense. Ma'am Asma spoke about the 5 senses, and she shall be focusing on the 2, the visual and the listening ability. Sir, you have many questions, and maybe you can just, I'll talk to you, or one of us can give you a little guideline as to how different the Montessori system is, and how different it is from the ordinary system. And it's a whole science.
If I request you to limit us and give us such type of training.
Maybe we will discuss. Sir Shamim left very early today, he was in a hurry. We will have more conversation and discussion. Okay. So for the last lecture, let's get 100% of yourself, because it's for you, your understanding, Mrs. Nadia Salahuddin. Let's see if you are, how sharp is your visual sense. Can you all see that? Yes. And
For 2 seconds. Blink your eyes. Okay. Can you all raise your left hand? Okay. Now can you raise your right hand? Okay. So you all have your visual sense as well as your auditory sense. Okay. And this is my topic for today. As we all are discussing, Almighty Allah has blessed us with 5 senses. We have sense organs, and we are grateful to Almighty Allah that all our sense organs are working properly. Isn't it? It's a blessing from Almighty Allah. People have eyes but they are not able to see. People have ears but they are not able to listen. They have hands but they are not able to use. Sometimes they have legs but they are not able to walk. So we should be 101 times thankful to Almighty Allah. Even more than that we all have senses, we all have limbs, and we are able to use them properly. Right? Okay. Now, as I said, we have 5 senses. I'll just give a repetition. We have sense of sight, that is visual sense. We have olfactory sense, we have gustatory sense, we have auditory sense, we have tactile sense, and we have a 6th sense which was discovered by Dr. Maria Montessori, stereognostic sense. And that is a combination of muscular, tactile and visual sense in the early stage. Now for visual sense, we have about 5-6 early exercises, and then 5 to 6 later visual exercises. Right? We start with the cylinder blocks, as Ma'am Asra has given a very nicely detailed discussion on it, and all the blocks are exactly the same. When we talk about the blocks, yes, I'm not talking about the cylinders, I'm talking about 4 blocks. Isn't it? Yes. The longness is the same, the height is the same, the breadth is the same. But when we take out the cylinders, then we see with our eyes, with the vision, the child sees that there is a difference in the cylinders. When we talk about block B, as we start, the difference is of the thickness and thinness. Isn't it? When we talk about the next, it is about the big and the small, the tall and the short, the deep and the shallow. So, again, principle of isolation is there, limit in the material is there, right? And control of error. This is very important. I will repeat. Control of error is there. The directors, trained directors will never poke, you are doing wrong, you have done it wrong. No. The child, while working with these blocks, will understand the mistake if he has made. If any cylinder is put into a wrong socket, in the end, one cylinder will be left which will not fit in any of the socket. And the child himself will realize that he has made a mistake. Right? The holding of all the cylinders are the same. Isn't it? The presentation, the working of all the cylinder blocks is the same. But the thing which we want to teach through those blocks is the dimensions, the sizes, and that is isolated. So the principle of isolation is there, and identity and contrast is there. Right? Then we come to the next visual exercise, which is Pintar. Right? The holding of all the cubes are same, unless for the biggest one we support it from the bottom, because the child is not that big enough to carry and hold the biggest cube. And he makes the towel, and then he feels by putting his hands from bottom to top. He stands up, he sees from all the sides. What we are doing? We are refining his visual sense. The child has the impressions of big and small even before coming to the Montessori environment. Isn't it? He sees a big spoon and a small spoon. He sees big slippers and small slippers at home. He sees a big table and a small table. Right? A deep plate and a shallow plate. But nobody is giving the name at home. Nobody is giving the concept to the child. So the concepts are already there with the child. When he comes to the water sea environment, we clarify and classify the impressions through material. Right?
Yes.
Then the third one is rod shape. Again the concept of thickness, and thickness is given through those prisms. Right? The length of all the prisms are same. But the square aspect of every prism is reduced. The molding is the same, carrying is the same, but the thing which we want to teach through that material is the broadness and the narrowness of the object. And the child learns through that exercise. Then we come to long rods. Again, the color is the same, very nice, beautiful red. And yes, the height is the same. The square is of 2 centimeters for every rod, but we want to teach the length, so the length is reducing or increasing. The longest is of a meter, 1 meter long, and then it is decreasing by 1 decimeter. And through all this material, the child is refining his visual sense. He can see everything, but while working with these material, and when we give the language to the child, that this is long, this is longer than this. This is the longest, the comparators and the superlatives as well. So there the impressions are refined. Understand? Then when we come to the next, color tablets. Visual sense plus we are developing the chromatic sense also. The colors, the shades. He is able to match the colors, red with red, blue with blue, yellow with yellow. First the primary colors, then the secondary colors, then the tertiary colors, and then in the end the neutral colors, which is black and white. And then when he is working with box 3, that is gradation. And then the human voices are the sounds. I speak, that is the sound. What is noise? Noises are created. Noises are created. Right? When you clap, you are creating a noise. When you stamp your feet, you are creating a noise. When you are blowing the horn, you are creating a noise. When we prepare sound boxes, we are creating noise. Different tones, right? By putting different beats, different amount of beats, different sizes of beats to create noise, so that the child's auditory sense is being refined. And how you do it? You take one set of sound box. First you listen with your right ear, then you listen with your left ear, then you give it to the child, he does the same, and then you match it. And the child has to be very particular to match the sounds created by the sound boxes, because there is noise all around the environment. There is no silence. Still, the child has to concentrate so that he is able to match the correct boxes. And then we give the next exercise, which is gradation. Either from the softest sound to the loudest, or from the loudest one to the softest sound. Right? Again, refining his auditory sense. And then we have musical bells.
Yes.
Right? We have seen in the video also. Every musical bell has different musical note. And when you slightly hammer it, a new tone will come. And then again, there is no silence in the environment for the child, but the child concentrates on the noise created through those musical bells, and then he matches it. and all the bells can be mixed up as any other sensorial material is mixed up, so that the child is able to bear those bells. It is difficult for us to bear the sounds created by the musical bell, but as the child is in the sensitive period and he is working tirelessly, so he is enjoying whatever he is doing, as we have seen in the video also. So these two exercises we have for auditory sense. Understand?
Yes.
Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you so much for patiently.
You see, the last 3 lectures that you heard, sometime you should approach your question papers when you're doing subjective questions and answering long questions. You can do that. You can write quality work, be precise and to the point, instead of writing 6 pages and thinking that you will get full mark. Okay, so that's my compliments to all these 3 ladies for passing on precise information. Coming to the end, yes, sometimes we do get tired, and for reasons I don't know why, but you are looking tired. So you know why? Because you didn't do that exercise today. Let's go. Sit up. Come on, sit up straight, bilkul straight. Straighten your backbone and take a deep breath. Close your eyes and release. And look at your eyes. Honestly, feel it. Your eyes are popped open and you are feeling pressure, aren't you? Yes. Even if you're not, you should say yes. Okay. And a change, although the time is mentioned there because it's an old banner, it says there 9:30 to 3 p.m. but for the last 3-4 months, our timing has become 9:30 to 3:30 p.m. ever since we have introduced the video and sir's lecture as well. So we are just perfectly on time, a minute above time. Nobody do not call your driver for 3 o'clock and so on. Just the last, yet the most important thing that everybody awaits. Result. Previous month's result, and I'm going to just briefly browse through it. Always we start off with the airport branch. This is the result for 26th April conference. Humaira Taj, 7 test, 54. Humaira Taj, 7 test, 53. I believe their sister. Hira Asad, 7 test, 50. Maimuna, 9 test, 46. Naima Kashif, 3rd test, 46. It's out of 60. And what is that? Hadia Javed, 12th test, 53. Sidra Zulfikar, 12th test, 50. Afshin Wasim, 10th test, 44. And Sana Zafar, 10th test, 47. That's a wonderful achievement for all the students of airport campus. So give yourself a very big round of applause. And to the teacher as well. Bahadrabad campus, Nazia Suhail, first test 40, and 40 is great for the first test. I believe many of you have left. Mariam Salman, 10th test 51, Muniba Khalid, 7th test 52, Faiza Iqbal, 12th test 43, Rabia Talal, 7th test 52, and Sanam Shakil, 7th test 55, Ambreen Amjad, 7th test 53. So there could be 2 reasons. Reason number 1, which is the reason, that there is no retest. But just in case if you have missed test, the date for missed test would be the mid of June sometime in the head office. I'm not going to talk about anything else, although there was lots to talk about your upcoming exams and making of thesis. Inshallah, we'll do that next time. Conference on the last Saturday of each month. So the next conference is going to be on June, whatever the day of the last Saturday is. Same timing, that is 9:30 to 3:30 p.m. Inshallah, hopefully the same venue, that is Morvenpin. Or if the venue is changed, that's yes.
Ma'am, we want the topics of this our thesis.
Yeah, you can come and just meet me. And so on that note, it is Allah Hafiz from all of us. Thank you. Today's lecture has been enlightening. Thanks to all our experts. And you've been a wonderful audience. Let's hope that we passed on some positive messages to you. Allah. Thank you.